Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he finds Penny.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Here's Wilson. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. On 1st down, it's Carson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On first down, it's Carson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now it's Carson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Chris Jones on the stop.
Chris Jones on the stop. 1 yard gain.
On second down now. It's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11.
Move the team. 56, check 56. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. All go special. All go special.
On third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Mike. Yellow, are the blue ladies? You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Check, check, lucky. Watch the eye.
Here's Carson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey guys, listen. Switch gears.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Damian Wilson in on the stop. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Ready? Good work, boys. Let's go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They run it with Carson, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. It's Kelsey on the ground. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. On 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes going deep here for Watkins. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And again it's Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Being chased out left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Watch the curl, watch the curl.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson is complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. From the 35 on second down, Wilson. That's caught by Penny. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to go for a big play down, and this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Mahomes now to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And no, it's incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
This is Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the move to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receiver.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 66 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, Wilson going to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And they'll indeed take a knee. get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, a game and a decision that people may be talking about tomorrow for sure. Had a chance at a long field goal there at the end to try and tie it. They elect to not kick it, and they lose the game.
And I think what we'd all love to see is that little slip of paper that the special teams coach handed the head coach before the game that said, this is where our kicker is good from today. This is where he feels confident, because that might be the absolute mark that tells us, okay, maybe we have to run more offense because maybe he doesn't feel good about kicking it from this distance.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you.
trade.
It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
You set. You 18. Mike 50. And watch the leg.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Get nowhere.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On third down, Johnson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Johnson, it's poke free. Football's held. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Quentin Jefferson gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for... And he's going to go down again. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Third and long, it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Watson, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 54 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Check 41.
On first down, it's Carson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let him know. Let him know. Check 3. Let him go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Johnson on the counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They run the counter. It's Johnson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play.
And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Switch. Mike 50.
Here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Jamar Taylor there on the coverage. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's got Lockett. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check. Fresno. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Rush in. Shit.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
46-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Watson, screen play, Johnson. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught at the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Set. 19. Watch the back.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's brought down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Watson on the sneak, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 1-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Jim. Friday.
Now Wilson on first down, and he finds Penny. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 20. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Reset. 19. Check right 54. Right 54. Exit. Mike spot 4. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, 59. And go.
Watson looks to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, 31.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 24, check 24. 81. 41.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them. With 2 remaining, we'll be back after this.
Right here, 41 Mike. Here we go, here we go.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. They're able to locate Wilson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Throwing is Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Wilson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here a run. On first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown.
Our time. It's our time.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On first down, Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson finding fouls complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now it's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Watson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Open man, the tight end Fells. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's another Texans first down.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Alert, alert. Give me down, give me down.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Carlos Hyde with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. This time the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans from Houston.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Honey, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. Slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Hey, 20. You better be afraid of me. Hey, kill. Value three. We go.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball? Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Right there. 54, right there. Hey, exit.
On second and 10, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school, and now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Goff now looking to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Goff again. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Jamar Taylor there on the coverage.
Then we start looking for big-time corners. We're going to start with athleticism, but without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet, man, because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to go for it. It's gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Here's Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Ezekiel Ansah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
To try again after the sack. Goff. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain there of 21 yards.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Value 3.
From the red zone now, Goff. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and it's 3rd down. To the air again, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, 26 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around? Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Yeah, he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They keep it with Penny on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. That catch certainly easier than the one Tyler Lockett made in the back left corner of the end zone in the Thursday night win over the Rams. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf. Picked off around the 37, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for...